Hello Virgo and welcome to your August 2023 reading. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. This month, it's really the end of a period for you, of more than one period, we're like wheels within wheels of cycles on different levels and so on, long cycles, quick cycles and so on. But here, just on the top row, okay, I have the 10 of Pentacles. I have the 10 of Swords, and the third on the row, 10 of Wands, with the High Priestess. So this is really all on a soul level, okay? So that means that it's not little cycles of mundane human tribulation things. These are deep cycles that are ending. And here the fact that the 10 of Pentacles is in reverse, this is when probably you're feeling your sense of security, of stability, of maybe an empire or what you've accumulated until now is not as solid as it should be because it kind of started to implode because you need the next cycle, which is right there under it. So that means that the next cycles is right there floating over your head. Okay, maybe you can sense it. To sense the aces, we have to be in a certain state of being. In this case, it's drawn like a garden. We have to be in a state of, I am in my garden where everything grows. Here is, your new beginning is already within you, or, the hand of God is presenting it to you. But you would need your masculine to go and get it. And here we have the Lovers, where your feminine can sense the pentacle, tells your masculine, there it is, go and take it. And your Emperor takes that seed, plants it, grows the next cycle. But here it's in reverse. So something is preventing you from kind of going to take that seed, that idea, that beginning of maybe a new way to, five senses, interface with this reality or whatever is your pentacle for you. Then you hit the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords in reverse is, it depends, of course, of how we're going to clarify it. But the 10s are always the end of the cycle where the beliefs that we had, now we're completely conscious of it because we feel it on every vertebrae of our spine, okay? And at that point, we're making a gesture. If you look at the guy's hand, he's doing like this. He's doing exactly like the Pope. As above, so below. So he understands that whatever he lived there had to pass through him in order to become. So he's not a victim anymore at this point. He's like, oh my God, it actually is what I believed. And if I did not have enough self-esteem, I understand that situations where my esteem was questioned, happened because it passed through me. I'm the main character. And out of these things, I was hurt. 5 of Cups. But now the 5 of Cups is in reverse. So I'm slowly liberating this because of what I understand. And here's the Pope with the same gesture that I was saying, like this. As above, so below. And the Pope is taking that sovereignty over what is being manifested. He has the keys of understanding and incarnation, that sovereignty over his spiritual knowledge, and so on. And just a reading that has the Pope and the High Priestess here. They work together. When they harmonize together, either as an emperor and an empress, a pope and a high priestess, we have a perfect dynamic of manifestation that can be directly inspired as above and manifested below. Under that, I have the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. So here we have a bit of a problem of self-acknowledgements, really coming back from what we've went through. We're still projecting a bit our dreams and our old disappointments, sadnesses in front of us and not just leaving them behind. So there's a bit of that readjustment this month, all right? But here you're receiving the clear message of what you're carrying is blocking your view. At the end of the month, that's when you're going to decide to kind of let go of that inner conflict, of that, you know what, I'm leaving this behind. I'm not there anymore. The future is not dictated by my past, but by my present, Pope. And this is going to help to kind of realign you with what you really desire, with your faith, with having trust of what is in front of you. Okay? So maybe a release of control by gaining more inner control. Let's clarify this. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Virgos for the month of August 2023. August 2023. August 2023. Okay, let's look at that 10 of Pentacle in reverse. Yeah, you're at crossroads right now. The old cycle is finished. The way you've always done things, it's done. It's done. Nothing will grow out of the old way that you used to bring your energy. And we're in Leo season now. So this is really bringing that forward. 6 of Swords, there's a need, and that's probably when you're going to hit your 10 at one point. There's things that you need to let go, to turn the page on, to forgive, to move on. It's done for. That's it. I cannot learn anything from it. There's no need to repeat this cycle or to drag it. I need to end it. My new beginning is already there. Ace of Wands. So it's all about, gaining the capacity to take that Ace of Pentacles, sorry. Have enough love for me to take the new, to allow myself a new cycle of different outcome where here, 4 of Wands, King of Wands. See, your fire is in question here. The fire where, you know what? I'm going to go into that next cycle on the other side of that threshold where I am welcomed, where everybody's happy, where I'm going to use my own fire, ambition, will to, you know what? This is what I want to live and this is where I'm going. And that's going to be my reality. Your next cycle is of that nature. But right now things are on hold. That's why they're in reversed. As long as you're not really letting go of the heartaches, disappointments of the last cycle. So that's why you need to make that decision. It's really going to be a decision of ordering your masculine side to say, let's go. Let's leave the old sadnesses behind, our 7 of Cups, because we cannot make a decision when we project our fears in front of us. We cannot make a deep decision. We'll always be in that careful, but what if at every corner I can be hurt? I can lose everything. I can end up in the worst nightmare that I have. And then I dream about it a bit, I might be like, ooh, let's go. But then, this creates kind of a inner conflict when it comes to this. I need to be able to make a decision so that every part of me are ready to move on, manifest what I really want, not let life happen and watch it pass and feel I don't have any control over it, but really get into my power. But as long as I'm in front of a cloud of unknowing, I cannot move with certitude. I cannot make a true decision. Let's look at that 10 of Swords. Ooh, that went far. 4 of Swords. As long as I'm holding these as truths, as I'm trying to heal from them and repass them, I'll have a hard time moving forward, bringing that pentacle forward. But here it is upright because I think this month you're really popping up. So it's going to be your discernment of Jupiter. Maybe look at where Jupiter is in your chart this month for you. But that kind of, my sovereignty over my incarnation here is stronger than the residual beliefs and pains that I've went through until now. That's a bit the kind of switch that's going to happen. Let's look at that Pope. Let's look at the Pope of Virgos. Yeah. The Pope says, let's move on. Let's move on from an old 10 of Pentacles that was just misery. Let's have faith. Let's look in front of us. And of course, here we have the Queen of Swords and everything. But right there, let's look in front of us and have faith. That's what the Pope is trying to say. Because that's what the High Priestess is telling him. So, I gotta trust myself then. I gotta acknowledge myself. I have to, and not just trust what other people are telling me that might be vibrating from my old self, where I didn't think I was enough. And, plenty of, when you don't think you're enough, there's always going to be somebody telling you exactly that. And then, of course, you believe it until you look at that from a completely different angle. So, let's see here. All right. You're starting to release. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, which was the bottom of the deck. Let's look now at your High Priestess and 10 of Wands. High Priestess, 10 of Wands. High Priestess and 10 of Wands. Okay. It helps to release the old anxiety. And here is, here is your 10 of Pentacles, but upright. So when it comes to my world, as I'm going to release that time, everything I've been carrying on my shoulders, my anxiety is going to leave during the month, and my world's going to seem much more solid, because that pentacle is there as my, soul, high priestess, a spirit, the part connected with the divine is going to be able to tell me that this pentacle is heading to a 10 of pentacle upright. Here with the star. What do we have with the star? All right. Here. I don't even remember seeing the star. I remember seeing the Fool in reverse. But the star is there. So, let's take it if it just appeared. But this is fate. And here with the moon in reverse, this is really bringing up to the surface what was hidden, that was preventing me, that was in the water, that old lobster there, okay? And probably, during Cancer season, old stuff kind of came up. Maybe you had kind of a moon moment there. But in order to have true faith and not just wishful thinking, we cannot hold on old waters with old wounds in it. Because the moment we release that, it's not because all of a sudden we're like in La La Land. We have to pull a judgment on these old waters. Because if not, we'll always be conflicted. The thing is that if you release these old waters, water is memory. Then it's going to allow you to be able to receive higher frequency of intuition, understanding, and so on, inner guidance, inner truth and faith and belief, much stronger. So you will not be wandering in a cloud of what ifs, and it's been like that, and I don't see how it could be different. And here my old parts are just coming up and telling me how they've been hurt, and that's their reality 24 hours a day since 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Then I receive new water. The past does not define who you are now. What you've lived does not define who you are. Every moment you redefine who you are and what is possible for you. And I think this month, this is going to be very clear for you on a high spiritual empowerment way. I'm going to call that spiritual empowerment, because at the end here, it is setting you up. Maybe you're going to do it for some of you at the end of the month, mid-month. I mean, this is all different, or next month, but this is the process of spiritual empowerment for you, my beautiful Virgos. So on this, I am sending you all my love and light for the month of August. If you want a private reading, of course, there's a website written below. You go there, very user-friendly. I'll be off for 2 weeks during the month of August. So, of course, I won't be able to answer back the emails as quickly as usually I can. But the whole website is automatic. You can book, schedule, and do all of that directly on it. So on this, thank you also for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and please subscribe to help grow the channel. And yes, on this, have a beautiful month of August. All my love and light. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.